you know it's what I always wanted. Could never have too many things. Well, you quit kicking me under the table. I'm trying, will somebody make us shut up about it? Can we settle down, please?
Shalom, this is your Ark. Yah is magnified, coming back with another informative video. I titled this video, I Do Not Consent. But before I tackle this subject, as always, I must state for the record, I'm not a lawyer, I do not practice law, and I do not pretend to. All of my videos are for informational and educational purposes only. They're all facts and all truth, nothing more, nothing less. So with that being said, let's get to it. Okay, so before I go in on this topic, I'd like to make a public service announcement. I will no longer be using PayPal. Okay, from here on out, I will be using MoneyGram or Western Union. So when you all send y'all gifts, send them MoneyGram or Western Union. No more PayPal. One bad apple spoiled the bunch. Okay, so now let me explain to you all what happened. Okay, it was this guy. I'm not going to put his personal information out there, but he had emailed me constantly, kept telling me he was going to, make the gift so I can assist him with his situation. So when the brother was telling me about the situation, he said that he was in court for a domestic violence dispute, and his child's mom also was asking for child support, which was his wife. His wife has also asked for child support. So I told him, brother, I do not deal with domestic violence situations, or marriage or any type of thing like that. Only thing I deal with is child support. He said, oh no, I have a lawyer to assist me with my domestic violence situation. I only need your help for child support. I said, all right, cool. I'll help you with the child support situation. But if you have a lawyer, then there's no way that you can go in there and not claim to be the fiction when the lawyer automatically turns you over to the jurisdiction of the court. He said, all right, cool. He said, yeah, I get that. I said, okay, so now, since you're going to use the lawyer, at the beginning, and the lawyer's going to represent you at the beginning, then you have to still stay as the fiction. So you must fill out their documents, do everything the proper way, the way they want you to do it. And that way you can still stand on it and everything else while you're dealing as the fiction. All right, he said, all right, cool. I'm with that. Okay, cool. So I said, all right. So he made the donation, say last week. He made the donation last week. It take between 5 to 7 business days. I mean, it take 3 to 5 business days for the check to clear. He had did an e-check through PayPal. It takes 3 to 5 business days to clear. If anybody know who received the e-check from PayPal. So I told him I would not start his documents until the check cleared. So I say the check cleared probably Thursday night or Friday morning. So when it cleared, I hit him up the next day, let him know, yeah, it cleared. I'm about to start your documents now, and I should have them ready before the 5th. Since the 5th was his deadline cutoff that he had to file everything into the court and also send a copy to the opposing parties. So I did all that, gave him his documents, sent it off to him Saturday afternoon before I went out. So I sent it to him Friday afternoon. I stayed in the house all day Saturday and all day Friday, doing paperwork and everything. So I sent him the documents. I hit him up on the phone, told him to if you have any questions or anything, after you read over the documents, hit me up, we'll go over it. He said, all right, cool. So I didn't hear from the brother. So today I received a notification from PayPal stating that the brother declined. He rejected his check, or he stopped payment on his check after I gave him the documents. So I hit the brother up on the text message and asked, said, hold on, brother, why you asked for a refund when I gave you the documents? He gonna say he didn't use the paperwork and he couldn't use the paperwork. Then I said, you know what, brother? I know you lying, but I'm like, you know what? It's all good. You may have gotten over on me, but you can't get over on Yah. He sees all. Just like that. That's exactly what I left him with. Okay? So That's why I will no longer be taking payments. But I'm gonna go over some of the things that I was talking to him about to make this thing a learning lesson, so we can learn from it, and I can also learn from my mistakes, and you all can also learn, you know, from his situation as well, what he going through with his wife. Okay, so like he stated, he said he had an attorney, and I told him with an attorney you automatically give the court's jurisdiction. So the definition for a turn means to turn over, to transfer to another, money or goods, to assign to some particular use or service, right? That's what a turn means, to turn over. So he's turning over his body to the jurisdiction of the court. But let's read over the definition of attorney, right? Attorney. In the most general sense, this term denotes an agent or substitute, or one who is appointed and authorized to act in place or instead of another. So when you go to court and the court says, well, you're not an attorney, basically, an attorney is only an agent. You can be an agent. So a court cannot tell you you cannot be an attorney when it's clear that an attorney is simply an agent. Okay? You can be an agent. You don't have, so an attorney is an agent. Okay? But because he have an attorney and he signed up an attorney, then he turned over his rights and everything to the jurisdiction of the court. Okay? So because he did that, now he come to me for help, and I give him the documents, but he was asking me other questions that I was answering as well. But in his situation, he cannot use that stuff because he already turned himself over to the court, the jurisdiction of the court. And I didn't give him the documents or anything that he can use to turn himself over or to even separate himself from that situation. Okay? Because his situation is not like that. And because his situation is not like that, if he don't enter the documents that I gave him, then he will lose. His wife will take everything from him. His wife will take everything from him. That's how I know he's going to use the documents. Okay? But he can tell me he's not going to use it. But like I told him, y'all sees everything. And I will find out if he used them. I will find out if he used them. I have a way to find out that he used them. How? Because I have his case number. I just type his case number to the court, and I can find out if he used it or not. Because it's going to show up in the documents. It's that simple, man. If I wanted to find out if he really used them or not. But like I said, that's neither here nor there. I provided what he asked for, but now he want to be sneaky and go back and ask for a refund. Alright, so certain people, man, you just can't rock with like that, like I stated, man. So I learned my lesson. This the second person that asked for a refund. Second person that asked for a refund. One person asked for a refund because I wasn't moving as fast enough for him. But I'm like, you don't even have a court date right now. Let me get the people out the way who have the court date coming up so I can help them out. When you get your court date, then you will see. But right now, you're just sending basic documents off trying to establish yourself before you go into court. You see? But people will never get it. So I should have did it after the first time. But, I got twice. Never again. No more of that. So now, let me go to the document that I told him to fill out from the state, because the state told him he must file one of these documents with the paperwork that I gave him. So let's go there. Okay, so now as you all can see on the screen, this is the FL320 form. The FL320 form is a rebuttal to the FL300 form. Okay, so his wife filed the FL300 form into the court. Okay, so but she filed that into the court. She also entered a declaration attached to this form, stating his information, all his personal information. She also stated that he did not he also pled no contest to the domestic violence dispute, and she also put his work information up there, and also his documentation of of his offer letter for his employment, stating how much he got paid a month and everything else. Okay, that's all in her declaration. Okay, so I told him he must rebut that declaration and file his own, which I helped him, what I did for him and sent to him. And not only did I give him that, I also gave him an affidavit of non-consent to go with that. So we're going to go over this document right here, you know, so we can see what went on and why I tell you all, never consent to anything because they need your consent. Okay? So now, this form is the FL 320 form. Right? As you can see, Superior Court of California, County of, I told him to fill all this top portion out, you know. Then I told him, scroll down to child custody, check number 2, and also check letter C. I do not consent to the order requested for child custody. Okay? Then he also had child support. Told him to check letter 3, number 3, letter D. I do not consent to the order requested. For spousal support, because he was also asking for spousal support as well. I told him to check letter, number 4, letter C. I do not consent to the order requested. Okay? Let's roll that. That's property control and everything else. She was also asking for attorney fees. I told him check number 6 and say, I do not consent to the order requested. Because they need your consent. Like I said, he was in there for a domestic violence order. He could have told him check number 7, check B. I do not consent to the order requested. Okay, but let's roll that. Let's read number 10. Number 10, I told him check number 10 that states, facts to support my responsive declarations are listed below. The facts that I write and attach to this form cannot be longer than 10 pages unless the court gives permission. So I told him to check 10 pages, and on the document text that I gave him for a declaration has attachment 10 attached to it. So they know that this goes with the attachment 10 for this document, which would be his declaration. And not only did I give him a declaration, I also gave him an affidavit of non-consent, backing up why he checked non-consent on this whole document. So when he filed the application of non-consent, then it's on the opposing party to rebut everything that we mentioned in that 7-page affidavit of non-consent. You see? So, like I stated before, they need your consent. And because they need your consent, you know, you have to do everything the right way. So, like I said, the brother, he may have gotten over on me. But hey, it's all good. You know, that's the second person that asked for a refund. The first person asked for a refund because I guess people want you to move immediately. You know, they don't give you no chance to get yourself together or, you know, go over the documents before you can see what you're doing before you're doing it. You just don't want to get them anything. And some people just don't have patience. So that person asked for a refund. I said, all right, cool. But that person came to me and told me they wanted a refund. So I refunded them myself. This person right here did a dispute through his bank to try to make it seem like he did not authorize this payment to come. Which is very wicked, man. But hey, like I told him, man, Most High Yah sees all. You may have gotten over on me, but you can't get over on him. Okay? But that's all I'm going to do for today. If you all need my help, hit me up in my email at yahismagnified@gmail.com. You do not have to consent to anything that they're telling you to do. Okay? Know your rights. You know? Understand. Study. Like I stated, I'm in a totally different state. But I'm helping guys out in every state by simply just reading their laws and getting understanding of what's going on. Okay? There's no reason for you all to consent to this stuff that's going on. You do not have to consent. Okay? So for all my brothers out there fighting, continue to fight. Don't quit. Don't give up. If you need my help, hit me up in my email at yahismagnified@gmail.com. No more PayPal payments. Only Western Union or MoneyGram. So with that being said, I say shalom.